guys, so I want to do a quick video here for you to go over my morning bends. As I had said in my previous video, that I really enjoy doing morning bends because it's something where the kiddos' hands can be busy when they come in the morning. I've found that worksheets just really kind of lend to behavior issues. They get kind of bored, and I just think sometimes it's nice for the kids to have something to do with their hands, especially in second grade. So the first bend that I am doing is called Fill the Piggy. And each piggy asks you to fill it with certain coins. Use the coin cards to see what each coin is and put the right ones in the piggy bank. Let's see if you can get through all the cards. So in second grade, some of the kiddos don't know the amount of coins, but I do want them to familiarize themselves with the coins because we will be learning about money later on this year. So I made these laminated cards that show what each coin is so they can identify it when they're looking in their little bin to get them. And then the piggy just says, please feed me 4 quarters, 3 dimes, 6 nickels, and 5 pennies. So they just take the little fake money and they put it on top of the piggy. And they do what each card asks for. Each card asks for something different, and it just gives them practice with that. The next bend I have is called PlayDoh Words. The laminated card says, use the Play-Doh to make the words on the cards. You may use a different color for each letter in your word, but please do not mix the colors together. That ruins the Play-Doh, then we cannot play with it anymore. Have fun and see how many words you can make and if you can read them. So you print out a bunch of sight words. Colorful is good if you can make them colorful for more interest, and you just laminate them. I laminate everything that the kids work with daily because if you didn't, it would just be tore up. So I laminate these so I can use these maybe next year, I'm hoping. But they take the cards. They really loved this activity. They take the cards and then they use this Play-Doh to try to create those letters. So they'll make like a, for of, they'll make like a great big O and a great big F out of Play-Doh. They really, really like this bend, and they do a good job, and it helps them to practice their sight words. And here's another morning bend idea. This is called Add the Dice. And the card tells them to roll the dice and use the whiteboard marker and paper to add them together. You can use just 2 dice, or you can challenge yourself by using 3 or 4. Just write down each number on each die and add them up. Let's see if you can come up with the right answers. So they use, I cut out just, normal printer paper and I laminated them, half sheets. And then I put little erasers in here and whiteboard markers that are skinnier. So they could work, I think it'd be easier with skinnier markers on these smaller whiteboards. And I used smaller because the smaller whiteboards would fit neatly into this little caddy. So I do give them skinny markers so they're able to write on a smaller space. And then there's these dice, and the dice are really cool because they're, different shaped and they have all kinds of numbers. So then they just roll a couple of the dice, and then they would add up the 2 and the 2, 2 plus 2, and they would get 4. If that's not enough of a challenge, they can do 2 more, and they could add up 1, 6, 2, and 2 to challenge themselves. This bend is called Make the Shape. It says to use the popsicle sticks to build the shape on the shape cards. After you finish each one, say the name of the shape out loud before moving on to the next card. Let's see if you can get through all the shape cards. And this one has been really fun. I wondered if it would maybe be a little bit boring for them, but they've really enjoyed it. I ordered these cards on Amazon. I think they were like $2 for different color shape cards, which was really good. And then I had some popsicle sticks in the storage bin in the back left over from the previous teacher, so I just used those for this. But once the kiddos have done the shapes and they've set all the shapes, I found that some of them were putting the popsicle sticks on the floor and making great big shapes with them. And they really got creative and had a lot of fun with this, so I was really happy that it turned out to be something that engaged them. This is another idea for a morning bend. This is called Base 10 Blocks, and it says use the base 10 blocks to show the numbers on the cards. Remember, when you want to make 10, using the tens rod would be easier than counting out ones cubes. Let's see if you can get through all the cards. So these are just cards. I found this on images on Google, and I printed them out. Again, I made them colorful for interest, and they can just pick one of the numbers, like say 35, and then they would have to use these tens rods, and down inside of it there's little ones cubes. So they need to use these to match the amounts on the paper. And they can just pick whatever numbers they want to do. Of course, the higher numbers would be more challenging, and they can practice with their tens rods and practice with numbers with that bin. And last but not least, this is the kids' absolute favorite bin. They cannot wait until this circulates around to their group, and it's fun reading. So the card says to use any of the items in this bin while reading your book of choice. You can use a phone to hear yourself while reading. The little finger friends will read along with you. You can also place a witch's finger on your pointer finger, or you can use the reading strips that will show the words in the window. Have fun. So these are the different things inside the bin. These little phones, they put it up to their ear and they can actually hear their voice really clearly. So if there's a little bit of noise distracting them from reading, it can help them. And also they just think it's cool because it sounds like a microphone. And those are actually really, really nice. Those are also great for kids who don't like noises or, constant talking in the classroom. It helps them focus for sure. These are the little reading strips. They just put it on the reading, whatever part they're reading, and they can just move it down as they go. And they like those. And then this is a little finger friend. They put it on their pointer finger, and it's like the little friend is reading with them. They have enjoyed those so much. And then these are the witch's fingers, and they can put it on their pointer finger and just trace along as they're reading. So this is by far their favorite one. And they even one of the tables complained last week because they were the last one to get it in the week. And they just really, really were excited to use this. So this is a very engaging, wonderful idea for a morning bin. I hope that all of these have been helpful to you. And if you have any ideas for more morning bins, because I would like to switch mine out next month, you can feel free to share in the comments for me. Please subscribe and like this video, and keep your eyes out for more.